Welcome to Classy Deco, where we bring timeless charm to your home. In today's video, we're diving into the cozy, nostalgic world of Autumn Grandmacore Glow. Think warm, vintage vibes that wrap your space in the comforting embrace of fall. We've curated 15 unique decor concepts to transform your home into a haven of autumnal warmth, blending heirloom-inspired pieces, soft textures, and seasonal hues. From rustic lanterns to quilted throws, each idea evokes the charm of a grandmother's cozy home. Join us as we explore these heartwarming setups, perfect for creating a nostalgic fall atmosphere. Let's get started. Imagine a dining table draped in a delicate, ivory lace table runner, its intricate patterns whispering stories of bygone eras. This Grandmacore staple glows under the soft light of a brass candelabra, holding amber taper candles that flicker with warmth. Pair it with mismatched vintage china in soft florals and gold rims, evoking family gatherings from decades past. Add a centerpiece of fresh pumpkins, gourds, and dried wheat stalks for that autumnal touch. The feel is intimate, like sipping cider in your grandmother's dining room, surrounded by love and nostalgia. Layer in woven placemats and napkins in earthy tones like burnt orange or sage green to enhance the cozy vibe. This setup transforms any meal into a cherished memory, blending elegance with rustic charm that's perfect for fall. Picture a cozy corner with an overstuffed armchair draped in a patchwork quilt, its faded colors telling tales of countless autumn evenings. The quilt, a mix of crimson, mustard, and forest green, feels soft and heavy, inviting you to curl up with a book. Add a knitted pillow in creamy wool and a small wooden side table holding a chipped teacup filled with dried lavender. A vintage floor lamp with a fringed shade casts a warm, golden glow, enhancing the nostalgic feel. The air smells faintly of cinnamon and cloves, evoking childhood memories of baking with grandma. This setup is a sanctuary of comfort, where every texture and hue wraps you in autumn's embrace, making any chilly evening feel like a warm hug from the past. Envision a porch adorned with rustic lanterns, their weathered metal frames glowing with candlelight that dances in the crisp fall air. Line them along steps or hang them from hooks, their soft light reflecting off amber glass jars filled with pine cones and acorns. Pair with a vintage wicker chair cushioned with a plaid blanket in deep burgundy and olive tones. The scene feels like an old countryside evening, where stories were shared under starlit skies. Add a small wooden crate overflowing with mini pumpkins and dried leaves for extra charm. The flickering glow and earthy textures create a welcoming, nostalgic vibe, perfect for sipping hot cocoa on a chilly autumn night, evoking memories of simpler times spent with loved ones. Transform a corner of your living room with a vintage china cabinet showcasing heirloom dishes in soft pastels and gold accents. The glass doors reveal stacks of floral teacups and saucers, their delicate patterns glowing under warm fairy lights draped inside. Add a garland of dried eucalyptus and small pumpkins along the top for a seasonal touch. The setup feels like a treasure trove of family history, each piece holding memories of holiday feasts. Place a crocheted doily on a nearby table with a brass vase of fresh marigolds to tie in the autumn palette. The air feels warm and inviting, with a faint scent of old wood and flowers, creating a cozy, nostalgic nook that's perfect for quiet fall afternoons spent reminiscing. Create a reading nook with a plush knitted blanket in warm ochre, draped over a rocking chair with a faded floral cushion. The blanket's thick, cable knit texture feels like a warm embrace, perfect for crisp fall days. Add a small stool with a stack of vintage books tied with twine, their worn covers adding character. A ceramic jug filled with goldenrod and wheat stalk sits nearby, catching the soft glow of a table lamp with a burlap shade. The scene evokes quiet afternoons at Grandma's, filled with stories and tea. The mix of textures, knit, wood, and ceramic, creates a tactile, nostalgic haven that invites you to slow down and savor autumn's cozy charm. Adorn your fireplace mantel with a collection of heirloom pumpkins in creamy whites and soft greens, nestled among vintage brass candlesticks. Their flickering flames cast a warm glow, highlighting the pumpkin's curves and textures. Add a garland of dried oak leaves and twine for a rustic touch, paired with a small framed photo in sepia tones, evoking family memories. The mantel feels like a snapshot of an old farmhouse, cozy and lived in, with the faint scent of wood smoke in the air. Layer in a folded wool blanket in muted plaid to drape over the edge, enhancing the Grandmacore vibe. This setup creates a focal point that's both elegant and heartwarming, perfect for fall evenings by the fire. Picture a sofa piled with embroidered pillows in autumnal hues, deep cranberry, mustard, and sage. Each pillow features delicate hand-stitched florals or vintage patterns, their soft textures inviting you to sink in. Pair with a chenille throw in creamy ivory, its plush feel adding warmth. A nearby basket holds rolled-up quilts, their faded colors peeking out. The scene feels like a cozy living room from decades past, where family gathered for stories. Add a small tray with a teapot and mismatched cups for extra charm. The mix of textures and patterns creates a nostalgic, lived-in vibe, perfect for curling up with a warm drink on a crisp fall evening, surrounded by the comfort of tradition. Imagine an old leather suitcase, its edges worn, stacked in a corner as a makeshift side table. Top it with a lace doily, a small brass lamp with a stained glass shade, and a cluster of mini gourds. The suitcase's rich patina and the lamp's warm glow evoke memories of travel and family heirlooms. Add a folded quilt in muted autumn tones nearby, draped over a wooden stool. The scene feels like a cozy attic discovery, filled with treasures from the past. A faint scent of leather and dried herbs lingers, enhancing the nostalgic vibe. This vignette creates a charming, grandmacore focal point that's perfect for adding autumnal warmth to any room. Transform vintage teacups into charming planters, filled with tiny succulents or dried moss for an autumnal twist. Arrange them on a wooden tray with a lace runner, paired with a small pumpkin and scattered acorns. The teacup's floral patterns, in soft pinks and blues, glow under natural light, evoking memories of tea parties with grandma. Place the tray on a windowsill or side table, where the delicate setup feels both elegant and cozy. Add a handwritten tag tied with twine for a personal touch. The mix of delicate china and rustic elements creates a nostalgic, grandmacore vibe that's perfect for bringing fall's warmth into small spaces, inviting quiet moments of reflection. Picture a large woven basket filled with rolled-up blankets in earthy tones, rust, olive, and cream. Place it beside a vintage armchair, with a small lantern glowing inside, casting soft shadows through the basket's weave. Add a bundle of dried wheat and a few mini pumpkins for seasonal charm. The setup feels like a cozy farmhouse corner, where warmth and simplicity reign. The basket's texture and the lantern's glow create a nostalgic, inviting vibe, perfect for chilly fall evenings. A faint scent of hay and wood lingers, evoking memories of rural autumns. This arrangement is a heartwarming blend of function and decor, ideal for creating a grandmacore haven in any home. Hang lightweight patchwork curtains in soft autumn hues, burnt orange, sage, and ivory, stitched together in a quilt-like pattern. Their faded fabrics sway gently, catching the golden light of a fall afternoon. Pair with a wooden rod and brass tiebacks for a vintage touch. The curtains frame a window with a view of falling leaves, creating a cozy, nostalgic feel, like peeking out of Grandma's kitchen. Add a small table below with a vase of dried hydrangeas and a stack of old books. The soft textures and warm tones make the space feel lived in and inviting, perfect for sipping tea and watching the world slow down in autumn's embrace. Envision a brass tray on a coffee table, holding a collection of vintage glassware in amber and green, filled with dried lavender and cinnamon sticks. Add a small pumpkin and a lace coaster for charm. The tray's warm sheen reflects candlelight from nearby tapers, creating a cozy glow. The setup feels like a cherished heirloom display, evoking memories of family gatherings. Layer in a folded plaid napkin and a tiny photo frame with a sepia portrait for extra nostalgia. The mix of metallic, glass, and natural elements creates a grandmacore vibe that's both elegant and heartwarming, perfect for fall evenings spent reminiscing over warm drinks. Create a cozy corner with a vintage mantel clock, its soft ticking filling the air with nostalgia. Place it on a small wooden table draped with a lace runner, paired with a stack of old books and a tiny pumpkin. Add a ceramic vase with dried wheat for an autumnal touch. The clock's worn brass and faded numerals evoke memories of Grandma's living room, where time seemed to slow. A nearby lamp with a fringed shade casts a warm glow, enhancing the cozy vibe. This setup feels intimate and timeless, perfect for quiet fall moments, blending vintage charm with seasonal warmth to create a nostalgic grandmacore retreat. Drape a dining table with a crocheted tablecloth, its intricate patterns glowing under the soft light of a chandelier with amber bulbs. Add a centerpiece of vintage candlesticks, small pumpkins, and dried roses for a fall twist. The tablecloth's delicate texture feels like a family heirloom, evoking memories of holiday dinners. Pair with mismatched chairs upholstered in faded florals for extra charm. The scene is warm and inviting, with a faint scent of wax and spices, perfect for autumn gatherings. This setup blends elegance and nostalgia, creating a grandmacore dining experience that feels like stepping into a cherished memory from decades past. Picture a corner lit by a vintage floral lamp with a fringed shade, casting a warm, golden glow over a plush armchair. Drape a knitted throw in rusty orange over the chair, paired with a small table holding a teacup saucer and dried herbs. Add a basket of pine cones and a faded quilt for texture. The scene feels like a quiet evening at Grandma's, filled with warmth and stories. The lamp's soft light and the mix of cozy textiles create a nostalgic, grandmacore vibe, perfect for curling up with a book or sipping tea on a crisp fall night, wrapped in autumn's comforting embrace. That's all the ideas for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more ideas like this.